I really started to learn about the impact of public policy and how just the laws that we make in government can really just, not only impact our communities, but future generations, right? The laws that are made today have an impact, not just on, what we're doing now, but it can impact what we do 100 years from now. So that really inspired me to want to get involved in the community to really make sure that we're influencing the lawmaking that's going on in our state to benefit us, right? So that the laws that are being made actually contribute to us doing better, to us having more opportunities, to our kids being able to have a better future than what we had growing up. I'm Joshua Clennon, Harlem's next assembly member, and you're tuned in with Young Atlas.
100 yards, 100 yards, 100 yards, 100 yards, run it.
Yo, 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 yo. I'm Prez, aka Cheap Allegations Poppy, aka Get Fit Poppy, and I'm with
Joshua Clennon, candidate for New York Assembly, District 70.
District 70. That's the set? No, I'm playing. We
Yes,
can't
sir.
say that. We can't say that. That's the set. That's wild. Harlem royalty in the building. Young Congress. Well, you a congressman, city councilman? I don't know the term. Assemblyman? Yo, I need to go back
Future
to school.
assemblyman.
Future assemblyman? All right. So, all right, first, what made you get into like politics? Because not everyone from our neighborhood, from New York, like not a lot of like politicians look like you. Like I
Yeah.
know, yo, this is like my third time ever seeing a politician with dreadlocks, like with the dread. Like now I'm dead serious. Like I'm like dead. Like
Well, it's funny you mentioned that. So I wear my locks as a tribute to my father. He
you ain't had to get like serious like that, bro. Like,
No, but I was just telling you, asked.
nah, go ahead. Go
So
ahead.
no, I wear it as a tribute to my dad. So he came to New York from Jamaica. He was an immigrant. Um and I lost my father to gun violence when I was young. He was holding me in his arms when he got shot and killed.
Wow.
So I wear my locks as a tribute to him. And that's also something that a moment in my life that inspired me to dedicate my life to public service. Just give back to the community, make sure that, we could prevent these things from happening in the future generations.
So why like go to political field? Because a lot of people would have been like, nah, I want to like get into law enforcement. So why did you go like that route?
So when I went to college, I really started to learn about the impact of public policy and how just the laws that we make in government can really just, not only impact our communities, but future generations, right? The laws that are made today have an impact, not just on, what we're doing now, but it can impact what we do 100 years from now. So that really inspired me to want to get involved in the community to really make sure that we're influencing the lawmaking that's going on in our state to benefit us, right? So that the laws that are being made actually contribute to us doing better, to us having more opportunities, to our kids being able to have a better future than what we had growing up.
So how difficult is it to like write and get like a law passed?
It's extremely difficult to get a law passed. It takes a lot of coalition building at the state level or Congress or whatever. You have to build coalitions with your other elected leaders because you need support from other representatives from other neighborhoods in order to get any bill passed. You also need to mobilize, support from, your community and grassroots organizations that can help, influence other lawmakers. So it takes a lot of coalition building, a lot of consensus building because obviously we don't always agree on everything.
I could see that
What
in
we want in
politics.
Harlem, folks on the Upper West Side may not necessarily
like,
be on the
nah.
same page with that, right? So
The Upper West Side was like, nah, that don't concern us. Yeah.
right, so it does take type of being able to make deals and win-win situations.
This might sound like a little immature, but does this happen in the political field where they be like, we'll pass this law, like we'll agree with you with this law, like pass, but this law we want passed, you gotta agree with it. Like, does that happen?
Yeah, I'm sure that happens all the time. I mean, I can't say because I'm not in the position yet, but I imagine things like that happen all the time where people make compromises. But I think, we have, the opportunity, just with our generation to really steer the conversation, making sure that we're really putting our voice, having a seat at the table, so that we can really steer the agenda for our communities moving forward.
You know what I think is cool about you? Like you talk like me, look like me. Because when we were growing up, all the politicians like we always talk about like everyone will always talk about political like political figures have ulterior motives. Like they're not human. Like yo, they serve them. They don't talk like us. And
Yeah.
then I see you. I see Yusuf Salam. I got a friend, William Smith, district leader,
Hmm.
and we interviewed him before. And it's like, yo, these are real politicians, talk like us, live in the same community as us, have the same life experiences as us. Like, so I think that's cool. I think that's also changing the political landscape because we see more people that look like us, that represent us. They be like, hey, I could get into politics too. Like,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the thing. Politics has a bad reputation. People say, people ask me all the time, why do you want to get into politics, Josh? It's so messy, it's so dirty, it's so corrupt. And I tell them, I'm running because you're not, right? Because if good people don't run for office, it'll always be the bad guys that get into these positions and take advantage of the system. We need more people that look like us, that think like us, that really represent our community so that we can make sure that the system works for all of us and not against us.
that's a fact. That's definitely a fact. So what school you like? What school, high school in the city you went to?
High school, I went to Frederick Douglass Academy. Shout out to FDA.
Really? So
FDA
that's
Lions, you heard?
wow. That's crazy. So FDA, you went to college at Penn State.
Yeah, then I went to Penn State University, did all my years there, graduated, came right back to Harlem.
So what do you see Harlem looking like in the next 5 years?
That's the thing, I'm concerned about the direction Harlem is headed in. I know a lot of folks in our community are. Every year the rent is going up. Rent, just
Rent
for
is
all of
crazy.
Manhattan
Nah,
is
rent
crazy.
like studio
Yeah.
apartments is crazy. Like just a studio, like a one like for one person is it's crazy.
It's unbelievable. I got plenty of friends, family that I grew up with here in Harlem that, had to move to other states because they can't afford to raise families here. So that's a big reason why
Yeah.
I'm running. So, using my experience working in affordable housing so
Mm.
that we can create affordable housing that's actually affordable, because a lot of what's being built is not
It's not
affordable for
affordable
people that's
for
from Harlem.
for the working class.
Exactly, from the working families. And
Yeah, that's a fact.
we got to make sure that Harlem and the city overall continues to be, a city where working families can grow and thrive. That's the core, that's the culture of our
Yeah,
city.
like I want New York to be affordable for the bus drivers, the custodians, the barbers. Like if the barbers like be like, yo, I can't afford it, and we just out here looking,
Who's gonna cut our
we
hair?
gonna be out here wolfing. Like
Who's
nah,
gonna cut our hair?
who's gonna cut our hair?
Yeah, no,
Like we
for
need
real.
that. Like the restaurant workers, it's just it's crazy.
Yeah, no,
Like
we
rent
gotta
shouldn't be
keep
that expensive.
the culture of our, of New York, right? Without the everyday hustlers, the everyday working class folks, New York is not New York.
Yeah. I- and people be trying to make it seem like, oh, New York, like nah, like New York is really like a great place to be.
It's the best city in the world.
Best city in the world.
Best city in the world. I've been to plenty of cities. I ain't seen a city better.
Really. Nah. I had to think about it. The only thing we don't have in New York is good beaches, but that's just because we like on the
Got
north.
beaches.
Nah, man, nah. I'm from the Bronx. Jones Beach is terrible. No, not Jones. Jones is beautiful. That's Long
The
Island,
New
but
Far Rock beach is
nah,
alright.
it's just out
they-
there.
It's not
It's
bad.
out there, and it Fall Rock is a bit crazy. Like you gotta risk your life to catch a 10. Like that's crazy. Like
No, the new beach is nice.
didn't they do something where like they just like made like a new like some new
After
man?
Sandy, they remade the beach, so it's just pretty dope. Check it.
I
You
gotta
ain't
check
been?
it out. I
You
gotta
ain't
check
been?
it
You
out.
gotta check it
I
out.
gotta
It's
check it
dope.
out. Like I think New York can like better utilize the waterfront.
Absolutely. I mean, even in Harlem, we got
Yeah,
waterfront
waterfronts.
on the west side, on the east side. I know there's plans to, sort of revitalize both of those waterfronts and, create more community space. So there's a lot of great things in the works, but we got to make sure that our people are around to benefit from it.
That is that is definitely a fact. How do you feel about just how in poor communities there's nothing really nutritious. What's the word? What healthy? I'm gonna fumble that word,
Hmm.
nutritious. But there's nothing really healthy for us to to eat. Like everywhere you go, it's fast food, it's everything quick and accessible. But like if I want an apple, I gotta like an organic apple. I gotta go someplace crazy, someplace far, someplace where it's like really expensive.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, a lot of black and brown communities, not just in New York, but across the country, are what's known as food
Food
deserts,
deserts,
where
great term. My
you
aunt
don't
used that a
have,
lot.
access to quality produce and things of that nature. So I think as a state, we got to be very mindful of making sure that we're investing in our communities to give them access to that. Funding more programs for like farmers markets and stuff like that. We had a little farmers market in Harlem. Brooklyn has a nice one too that they do during the summer. Giving people that organic stuff, but not at crazy Whole Foods prices. So looking at all those things and making sure that the food that's being given to our kids in school is high quality food. I think that's very
Bro,
important.
no more chocolate milk and pizza. That was crazy. Yo, they really used to feed us that. Like
Yeah, no,
chocolate, chocolate milk and pizza, and then go outside for recess.
I think about it all the time. I was like, I can't believe we used to eat that stuff, because like now, like I would never even but that's all kids have to eat. A lot of kids, me growing, my parents couldn't afford to give me money for lunch every day. So we got to make sure
Even if
that
they
kids are
did, we
getting good
wasn't getting
food.
nothing. We was going to Mickey
No,
D,
I was getting a chopped cheese.
chopped cheese, Chinese food. Like go to the Chinese restaurant, chicken wings, fried rice. Like we'd have been wildin'. What? Especially back then,
Yeah.
like like yeah, we need to since we got how do we bring like those prices back? Like what we got to do?
Listen, I'm trying to figure that out
Yeah,
too,
listen,
because
like
this
if you
this
could.
inflation is getting
Like
out of control.
if you could get the bacon, egg, and cheese to get like on a roll to get back to
Yeah,
250 and the hero to get back to
yeah.
350, you got my vote on
No, but
anything.
we got to regulate price gouging, because when you look at it, a lot of these corporations, they raise these prices under this idea of, oh, it's inflation. But now that inflation is going down, the prices haven't gone down, and they're making record profits. So what's up with that? That in itself should be illegal.
Yeah, it should be. How can Columbia University improve its relationship with Harlem?
That's a great question. I think Columbia just needs to reinvest more into the Harlem community, into the people of Harlem, into Harlem children. I think Columbia uh, has benefited a lot and taken a lot from the Harlem community, but it really needs to start giving back, being more inclusive. I don't know how many of our youth, graduate from high school and go to Columbia, but I know it's not the number that it should be.
It should be way more.
It
It's
should be way
legit
more.
right there between what 116th, 110. They got like
Yeah.
they got like campuses everywhere. They got campuses on by the pier. So
I don't know anybody that I grew up with that went to
it's
Columbia.
Columbia. Nah. Everybody I knew either went to City, Lehman, BMCC, or they went upstate.
Yeah, and that's a shame, right? Because that's a world-class university and it's right in our
Right,
backyard.
and they should utilize the fact that there's a lot of brilliant minds in Harlem.
Absolutely. A lot of talent in
A lot of
Harlem.
talent in Harlem, like and that because every time you think of Harlem, you think of just like the culture, but like there's dudes in here that could like change the world with inventions, and they're in your own backyard, and that would do great for the university, like
Hmm.
because anytime someone graduates, they first thing they state, "Yo, I'm a grad of here, and I'm from here."
Right. I
So
mean, just look at all like just the famous people that have come from our community. It's like it's too many to name, but it's like Columbia, you know, I think they would benefit from tapping into the talent that we have and vice versa, getting more of our kids to be able to get high quality education from Columbia University, and just having a degree from Columbia in the job market, that opens a lot of doors for you too.
takes you
So,
anywhere, yeah, and you will
absolutely.
keep more of your people in your community too. So
Right. And that's the thing that, I think Harlem is grappling with now, because we have so many young people who have to leave the community for opportunities or to afford, a place to live, that, we have a lot of brain drain right now. So we got to find ways to keep our talent here, keep our people here.
how far do you want to go in your political career?
I want to go as far as, the people I'm serving want me to go. I
Oh,
don't
he's
mind.
politically trained. That was a great answer. I want to go as far as the people I was serving with a take. Where? Okay.
Like, I've only ever wanted to serve Harlem community. Like, I've only ever wanted to serve my community. I'm a Harlem guy. I'm Harlem first. So I want to do things that I know is going to benefit the people that's living in our community. So I'm not thinking of like, running for anything citywide or statewide or things like that. Cause, my focus is always Harlem.
You gonna get that street named after you in Harlem? Like, if you could, which street would you want named after you?
I don't know if I
Eh,
would want a street named after me. Maybe my grandmother, because
Mm,
she's done a lot for this community too. She spent many of her years working at Black United Fund, Abyssinian Development Corp, and she was able to, revitalize a lot of abandoned buildings in our community, give a lot of people affordable housing, and so she's definitely impacted hundreds of lives here in our community, and she's taught me a lot, and she's been a big, just a giant in my life.
mm. So you're very like family oriented. So like you're married with a child.
Yeah, I'm a
Your
father, I'm a
father.
husband.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, how's that been? How's that been?
It's been incredible, just me, because I losing my father at a young age, never really growing up with a father. Being a father now for me is an incredible blessing. My wife, she's the best person I've probably ever met in my life. She supports me with everything I do. She's just a
Mm.
wonderful person. And, she's doing incredible things in her own career. So I'm just proud of her. And, we're very happy right now. I'm truly blessed.
Okay. Oh, it sounds like you trying to have more kids. Like,
I don't know. Give me some
give
time.
me some time. Let's see how the first one works.
Give me some time.
I mean, so give me a day in your life as just being as a how's your like your day to day just like give me a day in your life. Like give
Like
me like a busy Monday. What is a busy Monday like for you?
a busy Monday. I'm probably up around 5:30, checking emails. Probably gonna walk the dog, come back. You know, start making calls, getting ready for what I gotta do for the day. Helping out with the baby. Then just working whatever I gotta do.
So how many phone calls like do you make in a week?
Us a lot depends.
Eh,
Depends. Sometimes it's just people blowing up my phone calling me too. It's like sometimes I gotta put my phone on
A
silent.
solid? Oh, you gotta ignore people. The
Yeah.
polite
I
dumb.
just
Like
like
yeah, yo.
no. I got
And
it set
you
up.
got a baby now, so you could be like, yo, the baby. I gotta tend to
Yeah.
I gotta tend to my kid.
I got it set up in my settings now. So like after within certain times, it's like on do not disturb
Or
mode.
after
So it's
five
like
business
yeah, and
hours is
then I'll
closed.
just I'll just get to it the next morning.
Right.
But yeah, my days are pretty long, pretty long. But I don't. I love it. I like to stay busy. I like to stay active. And I like to help people. I get a lot of my days just helping people with different issues. I get a lot of calls from people that have housing issues. They having issues with their landlord, or they don't have gas in their building. They don't have hot water. So good chunk of my time too is helping people sort out stuff like that.
Mm, that's what's up. What's your relationship like with the mayor? Or if you do you even have one?
I've met him a few times, but other than that, I don't really have a relationship with him.
Mm. So do
But
you feel like he should have more like? Because he is the mayor of the city, and people don't realize like yo, like because like the mayor of like let's just say like a random city in like PA is not as crazy as like New York, and he has to deal with just everything.
yeah, I think the mayor gets a lot of flack. Part of it is just the beast of New York media. They're gonna be on you like
Yeah,
constantly,
about every
24/7.
day.
It's
Like
like this is what you sign up for, so you can't really
like
complain about it.
he can't even like go out buy him a
Yeah.
slushy. Like yo, he bought a red slushy.
Right. It's like
Like
is he really vegan and all, and then
that's crazy.
I didn't understand none of that. So I like, why do we care about this? Like, what are we doing about how I don't care if he's vegan. I don't really care about his diet.
Can he get
But
the job done? Like that's about it, right?
exactly. So, I feel like it's hard for anybody who's mayor to do, accomplish everything they want to accomplish in that first term. So it's hard to really judge him now. I think you got to give him some time. Um, but it's not an easy job to be the mayor of New York City, especially, everything we're dealing with coming out of COVID, the migrant crisis and things of that. So he definitely has his hands full, and
You know, it's wild. Every time you turn around, New York has like a new crisis that he has to address, and he might not have the answers for it.
yeah. But I think that's a big problem with our elected, leaders. We have to be more forward thinking and, prepare in advance for these sort of crisis and situations, right? Like having money and reserves set aside so that in case of an emergency, we're not scrambling and trying to cut so many things out of our budget, critical services that people need, whether it's education, whether it's just access to a library. These are things that people need, and we can't just cut it. We have to make sure that we're planning in advance.
Since he's like the hip hop mayor, do you ever think the mayor has ever said like pause, like or ayo, or like, cause he be talking to the media kind of crazy.
I mean, I'm sure he has. I mean, listen, he's from Brooklyn. I could only imagine.
He kind of like wear that on his sleeve that I'm from Brooklyn. Like
Yeah, I mean,
you know what?
let me
Cause
tell you a funny story. The first time I met Eric Adams, I was the political director for the Manhattan Young Dems, and he was just the borough president. And we have this event called Young Gets It Done. It's like our biggest event of the year. Everybody would come, like all the elected officials from the city. So Eric shows up. I greet him outside, like, hey, welcome, thanks for coming. He's like, I'm Eric Adams. I'm gonna be the next mayor. And I'm like, who the hell is this guy? This is a cocky mother.
Yeah,
But
he called this shot. Like that's Brooklyn. Yo, I'm the next man. Like,
exactly.
stop
I was
playing.
like, he's a real Brooklyn dude.
Yeah,
For
stop
that.
playing that. Next, he's mayor. Like that. He's kind of like remember when like you watch Power and Ghost was trying to be governor. Like he kind of has that little like I ain't saying he out there being like Jay St. Patrick, but he has just that synergy. Like
Yeah,
like
I think most of us that are really from New York have that because I mean to run for office, you got to be a confident person. You gotta believe in yourself because you always gonna have 1,000 people like trying to throw salt at you, telling you you're not good enough. So for any New Yorkers in general, I think we're all very confident. We all very tough minded.
yeah,
So
we rub a lot of people the wrong way
yeah,
by accident. It's like nah, it's just New York. Like you just
I mean that's what it takes to
to
survive in the
survive in New
city.
York in the city, you kind of have to your head kind of got to be in the clouds a little bit, like you kind of gotta like I ain't gonna say like beat your chest, but you have to like sometimes you gotta wake up. Yo, I'm that guy,
Yeah,
and get the job
I
done.
say
Like
you gotta have a dash of irrational confidence.
irrational confidence. That's a good one. That's definitely a good one. So what are your goals for 2024?
My goals for 2024 is to win our primary election. June 25th is the election day. Early voting starts June 15th. I'm running for New York Assembly in District 70. Aside from that, is to just be a great father, enjoy my baby, my wife, and help as many people in the community I can.
That's what's up. That's definitely. I actually think you're gonna win.
I think I know I'm gonna win.
You know you're gonna win. Oh,
I
you
know
got
I'm
that
gonna
Eric
win.
Adams swag. Okay.
I know I'm gonna win.
I'm gonna see you into it. I'm gonna be mayor in New York. Like, no, you're not. And then you be like, yo, he's mayor in New York. I'm gonna hit you with a couple rapid fire questions. And it's just like funny stuff. So give me your top 5 favorite rappers.
My top 5 favorite rappers. I People gonna make fun of me about this. 'Cause everybody
Really?
does, yeah. Cause I don't have the tip. My number one favorite rapper of all time is probably Dom Kennedy.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh, so you like wild, like West Coast, laid back.
I like a lot. Dom Kennedy number one. Currency. I gotta have Kanye in the mix. I'm sorry.
Black Kanye, yeah,
Black Kanye before the craziness.
before the Kardashians.
Uh,
The Kardashian mind control got him. Got my son out there bugging.
This is where I get flack. Playboy Cardi, he's one of my favorites.
Oh, that yeah, you
This is
just
where I
lost
get
all the
flack.
old voters.
This is where I get flack.
All the 40-year-olds with the Pelés. Yo, I can't
And
vote for Josh.
And then Nas.
Nas, okay, you got them back. You got them back. All the dudes that wear Timbs in the summer got your vote. All right, this is good. You won't catch flack for this, but you, my man, is world peace or a Knicks championship? You had to think about it.
Knicks championship.
Knicks championship. Yeah, the world never gonna get along.
Yeah,
Everybody got beat.
it's not gonna last.
Everybody got beat. It's been a
I
little.
need one in my lifetime.
Yeah, man. So like Knicks championship. How crazy you think that parade would be?
What? Bro, the city would be lit. It would be bonkers.
You might actually have like a chance of like, yo, that would be like the peacefulest day in New York. Like, you talk about like
I don't even think so. Like,
Nah,
have
I'm
you
not even
seen
talking about, like,
MSG after a playoff win?
but they're not wilding like also like we're just like happy like.
No, I think people would lose their minds if the Knicks win
Like
a
we might flip
championship.
cars over,
Like,
like that might
First of all, like
property damage would be high, but like
subways they wouldn't be moving in the station. Like the trains would be stuck because people would be partying on the
Partying,
trains. It would be crazy.
I would need a week off. Like I'm not. Don't expect me to come to work after the Knicks win the show. I need a week off. I gotta process this. Like,
Yeah, for real.
first time I have to ask
That
them,
would be
like,
epic,
yo, this
yeah.
is simulation. This is a dream. Like they win a championship. Like
That would be an epic day just for the city, for I mean, it's a long time coming.
Adam's a Net fan. Can he come to the parade?
No.
Nah, that's crazy.
Nets fans, we don't do that.
Nah, I think is he really a Net fan or he just had to like,
I don't know.
Because if KD and Kyrie would have came to
Listen.
the Knicks, would he have been like, yo, I'm still a Net fan? Like,
Listen, I'm glad they didn't, because we better than ever without them. And
yeah,
KD called the Knicks corny, so like he's forever like on my.
yeah, he called us lame. That was wild.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And I think it's crazy because he was always arguing like, "Yo, why they don't put me in the GOAT discussion?" It's like, "Yo, if you'd have came to the Knicks and
Right,
won the
he would have been in it.
you would have been. They would have
been
New
in it
York.
if he came
Just
to the
the
Knicks.
gas of like New York fans would have been like, they would have been making you bigger than what you actually are. So they'd
Exactly.
have had KD like, yo, KD better than Jordan. Jordan could have won in New York, like.
And I mean, he would have had the coaching,
He'd have been
it would have been a different
It'd have been
different
lit.
story for him.
It definitely would have been lit.
But nah, the Nets, they got to go back to New Jersey, man.
Oh,
I
you
don't
gonna
know
put that
what
in
they
law?
do.
Like y'all gotta
They
move? Raising the rent in
Yeah.
Brooklyn? Kick you out. Yo, evicting the team is crazy. Yo, y'all gotta move.
We need them out the state.
Yeah,
So
y'all
the
gotta go
Knicks-
back to y'all gotta go back to Jersey. Like
Yeah.
that would be crazy. If you could eat one meal for the rest of your life, what meal would it be?
One meal for the rest of my life? That sounds sad. I mean,
Oh, you sound like a foodie. Like how much?
yeah, I like food, man. If I had one thing, I don't know, it'd probably be oxtails.
Oxtails.
Rice and peas and
Rice and
oxtail.
peas. Yeah, all right, you from Harlem, so because my grandfather, my mom's father is Jamaican. I grew up on Gun Hill Road, so I eating a lot of West Indian cuisine. Harlem doesn't really have the best West Indian spots.
We got a couple spots.
Like,
We got
not
a
like
couple
it should,
spots.
though, like-
we got a couple spots. I could go through some of them. I like Caribbean Star, right off 125th. Freddy's, that's on I think that's on 118th and 7th. I think they changed the name though, so sorry if I'm not. They changed the name. One Stop Patty Shop on 145th in Amsterdam.
I know
They
they're
patties
good.
is
They
fire.
patties are
What?
fire.
I don't go over there and not stop and get a
Yeah,
patty.
patty.
Those patties is fire. We got
You
some
got a
decent
couple. I
spots.
think two things I think Harlem don't got is like good West Indian food and just good pizza shops.
Oh, then also King Barker on 135th. Their food is good, bro. They food is good.
It's alright. I had it before.
And they be open like all night. That's what I love. Like you go there damn near. I think it's 24/7. You go there.
Only thing is they don't run out of food. I don't trust West Indian spots that don't run out of food. I ain't gonna hold
That's
you.
how you know the food is good.
Nah. If they don't run out of food, like if they still got oxtails at like 2 in the morning, I'm not trusting it. Like that's the first thing they run out of. Me not hot at. Like nah, you know it. Like.
Oh my God.
Like nah, man. That's my only biggest issues with Harlem. Like when I moved to Harlem, like there's no good I'm not gonna say they're good. It's just like it's not a lot.
Nah, we got some. We
It's-
got
it's-
some good.
You gotta
spots.
like find it. Like
We got some good spots. They decent.
yeah, that's one thing we gotta fix in Harlem. Like that's you gotta add that to the list. Like we need more West Indian spots. Like
We need to bring down the price of oxtail. 'Cause it's getting criminal.
that, and they gotta stop putting oxtails on everything. Like nah, man, I done seen an oxtail chopped cheese. I done seen people put
Who
oxtail.
started this
I
stuff?
don't know, but they gotta stop. Like yo, oxtails just belong in rice and peas. That's it.
For real, like,
or
they
if you
doing
got like
too
the little
much.
casserole that they do at the soul food spots. It's the only times I like oxtails. Oxtails the West India way, or how to make it like down south. But they're just putting oxtails and chopped cheese, oxtails on pizza. Like they gonna put oxtails in cereal and ice cream next. They wildin'. Like
They putting everything in chopped cheeses now. It's crazy.
it's crazy. We gotta stop that, man. Like just like like I get it if you don't want it. Pause. If you don't want to eat beef, like you want to just eat the turkey chopped cheese, but salmon chopped cheese just sounds like
That was crazy.
that sound like a Timberland boot in your stomach, like in a dryer. Like that just sound crazy.
Who ate that?
Keith Lee, like
the Keith Lee
dude.
yeah.
Like I felt bad for him. Like they sent you to
I
the
was
store.
like, why would they do that to him though? That's not real.
That sound like a
That's not
setup.
real
They try to
New
give him.
York food.
They try to
Yeah.
give him food poisoning. They try to get Keith Lee out of here. Ain't no way you gonna send me to New York and I just come to get like a salmon chopped cheese because I never even knew they had that. Like salmon, like I like salmon, but I don't want salmon in the chopped cheese. That sounds crazy.
That don't even make sense.
That don't even sound sanitary. Like
That don't make sense.
that don't even make sense. So, where can the people find you? Like, if they wanted to like contact you.
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram at Joshua Clennon, at Twitter at Joshua Clennon. My website is joshuaclennon.com. And you could even email me, joshua@joshuaclennon.com.
Okay, you gonna get mad emails like my rent high. Yeah, if the Knicks win, like write my boss. Like, now I would dare use that. Like my man's he in office. He said, yo, listen, like. That's the proof PTO. Like Knicks win, like everybody get the week off. Like
No, that needs to be a holiday.
word.
If the Knicks win a championship, we got to make that a holiday.
like if y'all can if they're trying to make Jay-Z's birthday a holiday, which you know what, no disrespect, but all right, like I get it. But if the Knicks win, like that day off is like paid time off.
Yeah, like we need everybody, all the kids too, everybody at the parade.
At the parade, like we're wildin'. We barbecuing. Like it's gonna be crazy. Like City Hall gonna be sick of
What?
Dudes out there barbecuing at the Knicks parade. But yo, I'm Prez, aka Cheap Allegations Poppy, aka Get Fit Poppy, and you was just with
Joshua Clennon.
and we out here.